Hi, this is Dr. William Moyle, and I'm here with Dr. Steve Hamburg, and today we're going to demonstrate proper positioning of a monitor. Now, for most people, they buy a monitor, they take it out of the box, and it comes with a little stand. Doc, show them the little stand there. And it would actually be hooked up directly onto that, and as you can see, the monitor just below the screen would actually be hooked up on top of that monitor. Here's the problem though. As you can see, now that the base is on the desk, where the bottom of the screen is presently would be the top of the screen. So when you're working, what's going to happen is that 70% of the work you do is on the lower 2/3 of the screen itself. So you may start off with your head in neutral, but by the time you get into your work and doing the majority of your work, now your head is bent forward, creating a stress to the back of the skull, along the spine, all the way through, between the shoulders, and now you're using either the right or the left arm, so now you're triggering muscles to function against an abnormal posture, which then creates more spasms. And what that does is basically robs you of energy that should naturally be flowing when the body's in a neutral position. Now, if you equate that and take that day after day for 6 to 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, some of our patients are on the computer 14 hours a day because of deadlines. When you're doing this day after day, week after week, month after month, you're basically retraining your body to be in an abnormal position, which now becomes a normal abnormal. Okay? And what we see in a few minutes when we switch over, I'll show you some x-rays of what that looks like so you can get a physical and visual for the damages that's being done. Okay? So instead, here's the real secret. The monitor, as you can see, is much higher. So by the time you're into your workflow and working on the last 2/3 of the monitor, the head is now going to be in neutral. It maintains proper position of the skull, of the musculature, and therefore will have a lot less physical strain to you, which will create less stress, less strain, less eye strain, which will reduce headaches, shoulder spasms, pain between the shoulder blades, and give you a lot more energy, because now you're not using the energy to try to fight by bringing back the muscles into a neutral state, because they're already there. So the tip of the day, the tip of the week, the tip of the year, the tip of a work lifetime or lifetime of work is to properly position your monitor so that it helps you instead of cause you damage. It's very simply, what I did is I bought an extra bracket. It was about $19, $15. You can get them on eBay or Amazon, even as low as $10. You hook it to the back of the monitor. First you hook it to the wall, then you hook it to the back of the monitor, and then it just hangs on the wall. Now, someone else a few minutes ago, before starting to film this, asked me, what about a laptop? My suggestion is, for $100, $120, buy an external monitor and hook it up to the laptop. Make the laptop become like a keyboard, and the external monitor, now it becomes your screen. Some people complain, well, I don't want to spend that much. That's fine. But over time, you're going to create a problem. You're now going to go get checked because of the fact that you're having recurrent neck pain and maybe numbness down the arms and pain. Now you're talking a couple $100 for an x-ray, another $100, $200, $300 for an office visit. Then you have treatment. Then you have ongoing treatment. And at the end, the suggestion is going to be, hey, you need to get another monitor or change computers. So by the time you spend an additional $1,000, $1,200, $3,000 for all this treatment and x-rays and everything else, you could have saved yourself a huge headache and a huge bill just by flipping for an external monitor for $100, $150. Okay, so let's be dollar wise and not penny foolish, or penny foolish and dollar wise, however the saying goes. And let's do it the right way. When you set up something, your workspace, set it up the correct way. It's going to benefit you in the end. And there's no doubt that instead of having to strain your neck if the monitor was positioned traditionally, as Dr. Steve will show, that the neck would be facing downward and straining you. And then on top of that, you're going to be so tired and lacking energy that even your sleeping habits are going to be influenced and not going to be very quality type of sleep. So again, to save you the grief, position your monitor so that it's a bit higher, and you can see there that you want your eyes to be just above the middle when you set it up, so that when you're doing your workflow, you're actually looking straight ahead in neutral position at the last 2/3 of the monitor. Okay? This is Dr. William Moyles signing out. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us at the number on the screen or to go to our website. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have, and I look forward to the next segment. Thanks. What happens when you don't position your screen to create a neutral position for your neck? On the surface, this appears to look like a normal side view X-ray of the neck. When we place a cervical angle template to measure the actual curve versus the known normal, we find the neutral position to draw our lines to see where this person's curve compares to normal. In this X-ray, we can see there's a mild loss of the cervical curve. Ideally, the vertebra should fall nicely between the two red lines. However, here we can see that the top 3 vertebrae have straightened out in this patient's neck. Now in this X-ray, we can visually see that there is a more advanced straightening of this person's neck, which leads to more spinal cord stress, headaches, eye strain, shoulder pain, fatigue, and neck pain. Again, now with the lines drawn, it is easier to see that the vertebrae are not in their correct anatomical position. We can also see that there is stress on the disc in the middle of the neck. This will lead to disc damage. In this X-ray, we can see an even more advanced case of the upper cervical losing its curve. This creates more spinal cord stress and increased symptoms and more damage to the spinal disc that can lead to herniated or bulging discs. Now in this X-ray, we can see that there's a reversal of the normal cervical curve, putting more stress on the disc and spinal cord, leading to increased pain and symptoms. Don't let this happen to you. You now have a blueprint to position your monitors properly. If you have any questions, call us at 305-531-2933 or visit our website.